Hi everybody, it's the Intuitive Healer, and today I'll be doing a reading for the sign of Libra. So let's go ahead and tune your energy, Libra. All right, for those of you stopping by for the very first time, welcome to my channel. And for those of you already part of the Intuitive Healer Tarot family, welcome back, my lovelies. Today we have number 38 in the card, New Blueprints. This talks about you being in a state of change. It's talking about you taking action and maybe taking a step forward. You know, I think a lot of you Libras are out there really wanting to change the world and really coming up with some really good creative ideas on how to do that. But you know, if we want the world to change around us, we are the ones that have to change ourselves. And because of that, you know, we get this ancient information that comes in and helps us to understand who we are and our place in the world. So you know, I think it can also be a really overwhelming state of mind to be in when you're so focused on things changing around you. And I think the first place to start is with yourself. You know, I think that we're too focused on the outward body, and really what it is it's us moving within. It's us asking those vital questions. It's us gaining awareness in the spaces of our heart and knowing where to heal ourselves in a way better way. So, you know, the thing about it that we have to understand is that being in the present moment with somebody, or sharing a quick smile or just a nice gesture, can bring a lot of positivity into other people's lives. You know, I think this is your blueprint to be out there and be very compassionate and caring towards others. But I think sometimes there are these moments where it's really all about you, and you're so focused on the outwardness that the real compassion, the real love, the understanding really is within. So let's go ahead and see what we have in store here with our Universe Has Your Back cards. All right, Ascended Masters, angels, and guides, help me and guide me to the highest and correct messages for the sign of Libra. All right. So I think a lot of you guys are just edging to be outside, to be in the freeing openness. And I think that might be the anxiety. When Libras head into Sagittarius, there's this uneasiness because it's just asking you to, you know, quiet the mind, quiet the spirit. And Libras are doers. They like to create, they like to do things, they like to write books and write, you know, create. They're artistic. And so they're always conjuring up something to do, kind of like the Virgos. And so it can cause that restlessness if you don't exude some of that excess energy out in some way, whether it be verbally, whether it be physically, whether it be spiritually, but just really getting all of that energy out so that you don't confuse your thoughts right now. I think there's a lot of positivity going on in your life, Libra, but I think that you need to really be in awareness of what it is. And so you can gravitate to a different, you know, plane of existence for yourself, so that you can really tap into those dimensional systems of your higher truths. Ooh, that one just kind of popped out, a patient card. All right, so our first card is the universe powerfully responds the instant I realign to love. So for those of you that have been heartbroken in the past, I'm sorry, but now it's time for you to reconcile those feelings and get yourself to a better headspace. For those of you that, you know, are in a current situation, you know, there's some lessons, there's some learning, and so there's lots of positivity that's actually manifesting at this time. All right, so our second card out is my greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. So yeah, if you're wanting, you know, somebody else to have freedom, you got to create that freedom too for yourself as well. So, you know, I think a lot of what this full moon and lunar eclipse is just kind of telling us is that we're the ones that are holding ourselves prisoners in our thoughts. You know, I don't think that there's anybody out there that's holding us captive, but our thoughts sure are. So we got to go through those thoughts and move that energy and understand why we're overthinking about things and how come we're not following our heart. All right, so it says my ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. So yeah, just kind of emptying out the thoughts of overthinking, or that you have too many obstacles, or there's things that can't be done, because sometimes when we slow things down a little bit, we start to get a better feeling about the situation because we're not in a place where our mind is racing all the time. So it says, when I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. And I say, yes, you can, but you got to actually put forth the trust. And it's really hard, especially when we're the navigators of our lives, right? So this next card is, I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. And so, you know, I think it's just planning. It's just thinking, but also flowing, because we can't, you know, once we start to create some type of force in our life, there comes a resistance. So we have to worry about that dualistic mindset and know that we have the ability to be in a better headspace, and that we have good intentions, and that we have enough faith to carry us through all the things that are bothering us, right? Because learning those lessons, that's when we get to cherish ourselves. That's when we get to learn the valuable stuff. We get on to the next lesson. You know, it's just this circle of life that continues. But know that, you know, you have enough faith to get you there. And that's all good, right? Wanting more for others puts me in an energy of abundance. So for those of you that have been in a situation where you weren't able to financially do something for somebody, well, I think the abundance is coming, and you will be able to help them really soon here. So whatever doors of opportunity are opening up, there's some higher guidance here that's initiating a lot of your actions at this time. So it says, when I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. And so, you know, it's just stepping away, not being, you know, the major controller of your life. Just kind of letting things go with the flow. And not pushing so hard all the time to have your way. You know, maybe allowing somebody else to do something that you normally do. All right. And I think, you know, with some of you guys, it's really hard because you want to make sure that everything's right all the time. And I don't think it's that. It's not a pickiness. It's just wanting everything to be okay. And that's okay, but you've got to be in awareness of that and not make yourself toxic to others. All right, so it says, I am patient knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. Yeah, and you guys have already set up the steps for that. Maybe you might not be feeling the seeds growing right now, but they are behind the scenes, and the universe is definitely supporting you in a lot of ways because it's aligning you with love. Says, I release time and let the universe show me what to do. We are also in spiritual alignment, so start to put your manifestations in motion. Just saying, Libra, you got to get a move in. There's lots of things for you to create that are going to benefit the world. So says, when I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. And, you know, also taking that higher guidance. And that's why I said you kind of have to let go of control issues, you know, if you're dealing with those, because going with the flow, it's going to be a lot easier and it's going to be effortless. I think when we start to control or think that we know what's going to happen, that's when we actually block the good things from coming in. So just be mindful of that. Appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my super attractor power. So again, like I said, there's lots of great things to be had, but we do have to be in a state of gratitude and appreciation, and make sure that we're following suit with the highest regard of our heart towards others. You know, let our heart lead us the way. So let me pull a couple more here. Just feel like I need a little bit more deeper clarification here, because a lot of these are very similar to me, because you know, there is this positivity, but there's also this super spiritual side that is deep, that, you know, sometimes you guys don't show the world. And so universe is asking you to open up that door, open up that heart, open up that space within you to really give your all. And you know, that you start with the change first, so that you can change the world, because you're the most vital component to change when we change ourselves. All right, so last two cards here. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. Lots of feeling good stuff in here, so just keep on the good and good. It says, I accept that good things come easily as I am a super attractor. So yes, like I said, there's a lot of stuff coming in, but you got to be patient, and you got to let the universe really show you what to do. Okay. All right. So like I said, that higher guidance is really there to support you in any way possible. So let's get into the love part of this, Libra. Maybe we can decide to break open and show other people how to really love others by way of our own actions. So, all right, Ascended Masters, angels, and guides, please guide us to the highest and best messages for the sign of Libra. All right. Here's our first card out. It says, you deserve love. You are lovable. Even though you've gone through some things in the past, you know, don't think for a second that there's not a person out there that's going to fit you, because there is. And I think sometimes when we're hopelessly, you know, romantic about things, we don't see that maybe we can have that romantic feeling or that romantic experience just because we're trying to draw it in with our heart. So good things. All right, and I think that there's a major attraction here for romantic love, and so it's asking you to be in the present moment. Don't go into the past. Let go of the past. There's nothing back there for you, because there's a lot of chemistry going on with this individual. It says there's a strong magnetic attraction here, and something, you know, you can't get this with everybody, so just be mindful of that the universe has brought you in what you truly deserve. But it is time that you have some heart-to-heart conversations and discuss your feelings about that individual, so that, you know, you can be clear about every part of your life. Because if you're going out there to change the world, you can't have any nonsense back in your backyard, right? So yeah, just deal with your stuff, you guys. Here is, pay attention to the red flags. I think a lot of this is anxiety of the unknown. I don't really think that there's anybody around you, just because you're fully supported here in the blueprint energy, that anybody's here being deceitful or bad or any of that kind of stuff to you. But you know, you might be skeptical of people from the past, and that's just kind of you cleaning up the blueprint, cleaning up the DNA. So this to me is just being mindful of even your own actions, and knowing that those can set off red flags for others as well. All right, so let's get some more love cards, please, and thank you. Send masters, angels, and guides. Thank you, blessed be. All right, let's see. Yeah, you know, the other thing that I want to, you know, let you know is that sometimes we can be the light in others' lives. Sometimes we can be the help in others' lives. It says, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Work on yourself too, Libra, because that's what this blueprint card is all about. And like I said before, you know, there is a lot of stuff happening here with this. You know, there is a lot of things conspiring to to assist you in the most positive way. But you've got to take that step, and you've got to make the difference. You've got to make the change first, and then you lead people. And that's the right path to take. But it's really hard to deal with ourselves. It just is. And I feel for you. Love you, Libras. Many of them in my life. But sometimes you guys get harsh on yourselves. And you got to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because the universe is always serving you up that magical platter of good, just because your heart's in the right spot. So it says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from your friends and others, because there is a major situation coming in your future. This is talking about a wedding. This is a situation that involves some pretty deep love. So if you get scared and you don't want to get involved in that, maybe your friends are like, hey, maybe you should go for it. But, you know, for those of you guys that are like, no, I don't want to get married, maybe there's just a long-term commitment that's conjuring up here with a current situation, you know, or it very well could be you know, letting go of those feelings of wanting to get married as well. So whatever the case may be, cross watcher, whoever's tuning in, there's some nuggets here for you guys to take in. But, you know, don't be scared of opening your heart to something that's real and true, because that's you pulling away from yourself as well. All right, so finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Maybe you are creating something with somebody, or maybe you are in a space where you've been thinking about a lot of different things on where to go, what to do. I think you guys are super planners right now, and that's okay. But don't try to control too much stuff, because the universe can throw that curveball into the side and say, hey, look, this is better for you. So you might want to look this way. Anyhow, let me pull a couple more. I think I'm going to just pull this as our last card. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So if you have high integrity for yourself, that shows out and permeates out into the world. So if you guys want to get into a more in-depth personal reading here, all my information's down there in that description box below on how to do that. Make sure also that you're hitting that notification bell and that red subscription button, so you'll be notified when my new videos do come up. And as always, I am here to support you guys in the highest and best. Also tune into a sister link that I will be putting in my description box with some great sound music from a terrific musician. So check it out, and have a great day. Namaste.